What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Kike here, and I'm back with another one. So today we're introducing a new game to the channel. Now this game is called Kick Flat, right? So this game just came out on iOS and out globally in general. And if you pre-ordered it, it downloaded on your game early in advance, but it wasn't actually available to play until like a few hours later. So now we are playing it. Now this game, it does have gotcha elements, but it's not like a traditional gotcha game, as you can see. Like, one thing I must, before I even get any deeper to anything else, like, this game is very graphically impressive. I must say that. Like, off the jump, like, this game legit looks like a game, not trying to overgas or hype anything. This game look like a game that could be like, this is like a game that could be like on a Nintendo Switch or something like that, which is actually like a big plus. Like that, that's just to show how impressive this game looks. So big shout out to the development team on that. Like, I don't know what they got going on over there, but they're doing far as like how they handle like how these maps look and stuff like that. It looks amazing. Now, and I'm talking about like actual graphics and how that stuff looks. Because graphics aren't everything, but it is nice to see amazing stuff like this. So actual gameplay, right? So I feel like the gameplay is actually it's good. Like, it runs smooth. I noticed that with my phone that no, it kind of got like a little warm at moments. So I might, because currently for the sake of the video, I put my graphics on high, but depending how it looks or how it may run more, like I may have to put it on mid because my phone was kind of getting a little warm. But there's that. So as far as the actual gameplay, I think the gameplay is good. But only thing about it, I feel like the controls, personally for me, this might just be for me, but the controls might take a little bit of a learning curve. Nothing too crazy. Like, even outside the tutorial, I still found myself when I played a few extra like matches and stuff like that. I still found myself being like, yeah, this might take me a little minute, but the game, like, it piques my interest, right? Like, I'm not gonna say that I don't like it, but I'm not gonna say I just immediately just love it off the back. Like, it's gonna be one of those games where I have to like take a little bit of time to get into it, and I feel like that might be the same for you, because like I said, I don't think I've ever played a gacha game like this personally. I know there are probably gacha games like this that are out there that some of you have played, but for me, this type of style of game is completely new to me when it comes to the mobile game aspect, like this battle royale action type, whatever you want to categorize it, because this thing falls under a lot of genres. So that's how I feel about the actual gameplay and controls and stuff like that. So I feel like overall the controls are good, but I feel like personally it might take a little bit of a learning curve if you're not used to playing these type of games. Personally, like it's not like a 1 2 3 process, because there's a lot of things going on, especially when you're playing the matches like this. Personally, right here, what you're seeing, I was, for some reason, like, out of reaction, I thought you had to just like keep tapping to attack the person you lock onto, but no, like, the animations are automated by themselves. Once you lock on, they automatically just start to attack. So there's that. So definitely different as far as what I'm used to, but the gameplay and the controls are pretty much fine. Like, the animations look pretty cool, look pretty clean. One thing I must say, I feel like this game would have been like a crazy dumb hype if the gameplay was a little bit more fast paced. Not, I don't want to say like too crazy fast paced, because then like things might get out of control. But I'm not gonna speak on it because I don't know what the actual like limitations, as you're seeing on the screen. This is like their little ultimates that they have. Every character has their own ultimate, but yeah, like I said, I don't know what's the limitations for some of this stuff when it comes to like games like these. So I'm not gonna try and speak on it, but I feel like if the gameplay was a little faster, it probably would have been a little bit more like kind of more like hype for me. I don't know why, but there's that. So didn't notice that my frames dropped like crazy when I popped that ultimate seal. So that was the part where I started considering putting the graphics on low. All right. So here we get into some of the more summoning aspects, right? So the reason why I talked about this game is it's a gotcha game, I guess, but it has gotcha elements, like I said. But the thing about it is that they do things a little different, right? So they have this regular scout. So this is where you get all the characters. They call them kickers, but I'm not calling them kickers. I'm just calling them characters. So basically, they have precautions here, stuff that you should read. But with this regular scout, all the characters currently are all on this regular scout, and you're guaranteed to pull a new character every time. But the thing is that the way, like, so pulling new characters aren't really hard. But the thing is that you have to summon for the disc, and that's really what you're gonna be summoning for the most. And those are like the little skills and stuff like that that you equip onto your characters and stuff like that. So no, course, no, pulling new characters are gonna be easier, but there's always gonna be a trade-off. So obviously there's that. And here we have the special scout. Now here is literally just a scout where you just use this to summon for outfits. Each character in the game has a select certain amount of custom outfits that you can go ahead and well, you can't go ahead and buy them, but no, you get a random drop at getting any one of these. So I guess that's pretty cool. Some of the outfits look pretty cool. Currently, I don't know how to turn these characters around for some reason. Maybe that's something they need to fix, but there's that. So every set of characters obviously has no, it's 3 outfits currently. I'm pretty sure in the future they're gonna add more outfits, just going off how other games usually do stuff like that. So really cool. I like seeing those little customization cosmetic type options in games. It really is fun to see, and it brings a lot more more depth and depth to the game. Makes things a lot more fun. Who doesn't like customizing their character, stuff like that? Now you probably want to have a few cuts here and there. As you guys see, there's not much to the summon animations, by the way. Like, they're really simple and really quick and straight to the business. Yeah, so there it is. That's my first summoning on this game. Pretty cool, nothing too crazy. Very simple, nothing too flashy like no Grand Cross or Legends or anything when it comes to summon animations. So there's that. So obviously, like I said, no, the game has no gacha elements, but as far as new characters and stuff like that, it's from the way it's seeming, it's not really going to be that hard to pull new characters. Everything's basically going to come down to you pulling the new the disc, which are basically like the skills and stuff like that. And the discs do have rarities, and basically pulling for cosmetics and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's a cool trade-off and stuff like that. I know some games do it like that. I can't think of any on the top of my head, but there's that. So I don't know how good these guys are. I mean, I might do a reroll guy, but at the same time, the way this game set, it's like, bro, when it comes to characters, does it really matter when every time you get one of those little character tickets, you're guaranteed to get a new character? So does it really matter to reroll? It depends. It depends. So there's that. So here we are in the disc section, actually, right? So these are the things that you're probably mostly going to be summoning for in this game. Now all the discs have rarities. Now all these discs have certain special abilities and certain like certain type of skills and stuff like that. And then obviously you equip them onto your character and you're able to use them when you're going into PvP and stuff like that. And obviously, you are the highest rarity, of course, has a 3% drop rate. SRs have a 30. Then rares, obviously, just like in any other gacha game, the lowest rarity always has the highest rate for you to pull. So there's that. So obviously, like I said, this is what you're going to be really looking at the most in this game when it comes to summoning. You're going to be summoning mostly for these little disc thingies and stuff like that. So there's that. So that's what makes this game, I guess, slightly different in some aspects. So I guess they know that maybe like their characters just aren't that popular enough to people that where they would care. So I guess it makes more sense that you do this as far as that. So here you are, my first summoning for disc in this game. So obviously you just want to go try and see if you can get some SRs right now. Don't really know what any of these things do obviously yet, so I can't really be hyped for any of this stuff. Yo, when I play this game, I get a vibe from so many type of games, bro. Like, I know this kind of random just to cut myself off like that, but like, bro, I get a vibe from like a little Pokemon Masters vibe. I get a little Sonic Heroes type vibe. I even get an Apex Legends type vibe. I don't know why, bro. I get a vibe from so many type of different games when I'm playing this game. Don't know how to really feel about that yet. But only time will tell. But as far as how I'm feeling the game so far, after I put like I only put like 45 minutes into it, and because I was so anxious to make this video, because I'm always really I always get a little a good feeling when it's time to play a new game in general, a new mobile game. It's always good to bring stuff like that. So here we are on the selection screen, actually. So this is where you go to equip and unequip your disc. So you're pretty much going to be here a lot because, like I said, discs are most things that you're going to want to be summoning for. You are going to be summoning for discs mostly in this game. So as you can see, each disc has these like unique creatures and stuff like that, and they all have their own unique abilities. Not sure if they have their own, each one has their own unique animation. I'll probably have to test that out. So yeah, there's that. So obviously these are the ones I pulled. So this one I saw the macro, that skill you just saw, it buffs your attack for a certain amount of time when you use it. Warp gate, I think this brings you back to the start gate after you use it. So you really want to be trying to see if you can get the best skills that you can, so you can try and go ahead and dominate in PvP. And you also want to try and use get this that coordinate with the skills of your character, because each character has their own select amount of skills and stats. So there's that. So all stuff you have to pay attention to when you're playing this game, man. I feel like I'm going on like I'm reading out of a dictionary, goddamn, telling you guys all this stuff. But there's that. So I might cut here, cause yeah, I think this is where the game had another communication error. So we're just gonna cut. All right, so all in all, pretty much, because I feel like I pretty much talked about the basic stuff, like part partially along the way of me doing my first impression video. Somewhere along the way, I felt like I was starting to do like a whole guide, because I was telling you guys so much info, which is not really supposed to be the purpose of this video, but it is what it is. No, I'm just trying to do my best to inform you guys along the way with with the few, a little bit amount of knowledge that I have in this game so far. But as far as everything, how I feel about the game overall, one thing that I must say, I like the game stands out to me. As far as like, I can't really just think of a game that I don't know. It's like everything about it, from like the graphical standpoint, it stands out. Like, it just stands out to me. So I think that gives this game a lot of like a big plus in a lot of certain areas. Now I must say, I feel like the promotion for this game is kind of terrible, like in the way that they're going about handle it. Cause like, bro, I searched up this game when I first pre-ordered it on the App Store about a week ago. I searched up this game, and it's like barely like any like videos on this game, like barely anything. And this is 2020 we're talking about. And YouTube, you barely can find a video on a mobile game. Like, there's videos, but they were videos that were like super old. I guess they were like gave the release date for this game out way too early, because I was hearing that like they gave out like release dates as early as like last year and stuff like that. I don't know exactly. But so will I continue playing the game? That sometimes that comes down to how much you guys support the game, and sometimes that just comes down to how much I'm enjoying the game. So far I've only played as far as the tutorial, and I think I hopped into one match, so I can't really give too much of an accurate feeling how I feel. But the game definitely does stand out to me in a way. Right now I'm just currently kind of just split down the middle, but the game does it is appealing my interest in a lot of the ways like they're doing stuff. So I'll definitely have to play it a little bit more and see how I feel. But yeah, it's your boy Kaike. Go like Sky for more content. Don't really think there's much I can really say as far as anything else. As far as that's it. That's just mostly just my first impressions and my thoughts on Kick Flight so far. I was about to say Kickstarter for some reason. Those are my opinions and stuff like that. So tell me what you guys think about this game. Tell me what you guys would like to see this game on the channel. Tell me if you guys would like to see more content for this game, and tell me if you guys are enjoying it. If you are one of the few people that know pre-order stuff like that. Like, I know this game, like it got a lot of pre-orders in Japan and stuff like that, but I think the promotion over here in the West was like really bad, because I don't think a lot of people know about this game at all. So I think just because I know a lot of people don't know about this game, I think I'm gonna probably try a little harder to promote this game a little bit more. Like, not promote this game, but promote this video a little bit more. So yeah, there's that. So it's your boy Kaike. Go like Sky for more content. I might do a beginner's guide and stuff like that. So stay tuned for all that stuff. So yeah, yeah, I'm out.
Nigga, Go G is beyond broken, bruh. Come on now. Stop fucking playing with me.